Kirk paced the dimly lit living room, each step punctuated by the rising tide of anger and betrayal coursing through him. The weight of Rasheeda's confession settled heavily in the air, thick and suffocating. "So you really did it," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "You cheated on me." Rasheeda stood with her arms crossed, defiance etched across her face. "I didn't come here to play the blame game, Kirk. You think you're the only one who can have a little fun on the side." He felt his heart drop, disbelief mingling with rage. "Who else was it? Someone I know. Did you really think I'd just sit back and let this slide?" She stepped closer, a fierce glint in her eyes. "You don't get to question me. You've had your share of late nights and whispered conversations. Do you really think I'd just turn a blind eye?" Kirk's breath quickened, frustration boiling over. "I thought we were building something real. You made me look like a damn fool." "Yeah, well, welcome to the club," she snapped, her voice rising. "I was tired of pretending everything was fine while you were out chasing after whoever caught your eye." He ran a hand through his hair, feeling the weight of betrayal crush him. "So that's your excuse? You thought you'd just cheat back? That's how you survive." "It's not about revenge, it's about standing up for myself," her voice trembled, the bravado faltering just enough for him to glimpse the hurt beneath the anger. "I'm tired of being the one who gets stepped on." "Then why didn't you just tell me? Why didn't you confront me about what I did?" He took a step forward, his voice steadying as he fought to remain composed. "Because I wanted to believe you could change," she admitted, the fire in her eyes dimming for a moment. "But I couldn't just sit there and wait for you to decide to be honest. You made me feel worthless." "Worthless," he echoed, his heart aching. "I never wanted that. I thought we were in this together." Rasheeda shook her head, tears glimmering at the corners of her eyes. "You think I wanted to be the one to cheat? I felt like I had no choice. Every time I tried to talk to you, it was like hitting a wall. I felt invisible." Kirk's expression softened as he took a deep breath, the gravity of her words sinking in. "I didn't know. I thought I was protecting you by keeping things light. I was trying to keep us afloat by lying." She shot back, but the edge in her voice had softened. "You can't build a relationship on half-truths and silence." He took another step forward, vulnerability shining through his anger. "I'm sorry. I thought I could handle everything alone, but I see now that I was wrong. I never wanted to hurt you." "Then what do you want, Kirk?" she asked, her voice almost a whisper. "What do you want from us now?" "Honestly, I want us to be real. I want to lay it all out. No more secrets, no more lies. I'm done pretending," he said, determination hardening his tone. Rasheeda studied him, the tension in her shoulders easing slightly. "Are you really ready for that? It's going to get messy, and it might hurt." "Messy is better than nothing," he replied, an almost hopeful spark igniting between them. "I don't want to walk away from this. I want to fight for what we had, for what we could still have." She hesitated, clearly weighing his words. "It's not going to be easy. Trust is broken, and we'll have to rebuild it from the ground up." "I know," he said, a note of sincerity in his voice. "But if we're both willing to be honest, maybe we can find our way back. It won't be perfect, but I want to try." Rasheeda finally uncrossed her arms, her expression softening as the wall between them began to crack. "All right then, let's start with the truth. All of it." Kirk took a deep breath, feeling a sense of relief mixed with trepidation. "I was scared, Rasheeda, scared that I'd mess things up or lose you. So I buried my head in distractions, but that wasn't fair to you." "And I was scared too," she admitted, a small sigh escaping her lips. "Scared of being vulnerable and getting hurt again. So I tried to take control in the only way I knew how." Kirk stepped closer, their eyes locking in a moment of shared understanding. "Maybe we can find a middle ground. I need to know what you need from me." "I need honesty, Kirk. I need to know that you're in this for real, not just to save face. Can you do that?" "Absolutely. I'll show you," he vowed, his voice steady. "But you have to promise to do the same." She nodded slowly, a tentative smile breaking through. "Okay, then let's tackle this head on. It might hurt, but it's better than hiding." As they stood together, the air between them shifted, filled with the promise of rebuilding and renewal. They knew the road ahead would be rocky, but for the first time in a long while, hope flickered between them, a fragile light in the midst of their turmoil. The tension in the luxurious loft was palpable as Rasheeda Frost paced the living room, her mind racing. She had just uncovered the truth about Kirk's infidelity and affair that had shattered her trust and left her reeling. The evidence was irrefutable, and she had decided that if Kirk wanted to play dirty, she'd show him just how well she could match his moves. With a determined glint in her eye, Rasheeda knew she had to act. The public announcement was her way of reclaiming control. She set up a press conference, ensuring it would be the talk of the town. As reporters and cameras gathered, the air crackled with anticipation. Rasheeda arrived in a stunning outfit that radiated both elegance and defiance. When she took the podium, Rasheeda's demeanor was a blend of composure and underlying fire. "Thank you all for coming," she began, her voice steady but with an edge of excitement. "I have some important news to share, and I want to be clear about my next steps." The reporters leaned in, their curiosity piqued. "As many of you know, my relationship with Kirk Frost has recently faced some challenges." She paused, allowing the words to sink in before delivering the punchline. "And it's true, Kirk has been unfaithful." The room erupted in murmurs and flashbulbs, but Rasheeda wasn't finished. "But here's where it gets interesting," she said with a confident smile. "I'm not just moving on, I'm doing it with someone new, someone who has been a true partner and friend to me." At that moment, Rasheeda's new boyfriend stepped into view. He was tall, handsome, and exuded an aura of calm confidence that contrasted sharply with the chaos surrounding them. The reporters buzzed with renewed excitement, snapping pictures and firing questions. One of the journalists shouted, "Who's he and how did you two meet?" Rasheeda's eyes sparkled with satisfaction as she introduced him. "This is Adrian. We've been seeing each other for a while now. He's been a supportive friend through all the ups and downs, and I'm thrilled to have him by my side as I start this new chapter." Adrian, standing beside Rasheeda, offered a warm smile and a firm handshake to the reporters, clearly unfazed by the media frenzy. He was well prepared for the spotlight and spoke with calm assurance. "Rasheeda and I met through mutual friends, and our connection grew naturally. I'm just happy to support her and be part of her journey forward." The questions flew thick and fast, with reporters eager to dive into the details of Rasheeda's new relationship and how it all fit into her public image. Rasheeda answered with a mix of poise and playful defiance, clearly enjoying the opportunity to shift the narrative. As the press conference wrapped up, Rasheeda and Adrian walked out together, their hands clasped in a gesture of unity and new beginnings. The cameras continued to flash, documenting the moment Rasheeda took back control of her story. The headlines would undoubtedly blaze with the news of her revelation, but Rasheeda was ready. She had turned Kirk's betrayal into a powerful statement of her own resilience and readiness for a fresh start. Walking into the night, Rasheeda felt a sense of liberation. She had navigated the storm of Kirk's infidelity with grace and strength, and now, with Adrian by her side, she was ready to embrace whatever came next with renewed hope and confidence. After a stormy 25-year roller coaster of a relationship, it looks like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star Rasheeda has finally reached her breaking point and is ready to divorce her husband, Kirk Frost. Rumor has it that Rasheeda, who has long put up with Kirk's endless parade of unfaithfulness, is completely over his cheating and deceit, which have been a constant thorn in their marriage. Kirk has made headlines more than once for his shady behavior, with one of the most infamous moments being his on-screen betrayal during a getaway on Love and Hip Hop. This scene became legendary for its drama and Kirk's blatant dishonesty about paternity when Rasheeda was pregnant in season 2. This was a major drama bomb that shook their relationship to the core. By season 3, Kirk took